So welcome back, everybody. It has been, it's been a while since we posted a video, and I apologize for that. Been super busy. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different in the way of, usually we do action figures, games, that sort of thing. But this will be a little bit of what I've been up to, and that'll explain why, I haven't really been around too much, and what we're doing going forward. So nothing's really changed there as far as what we're doing going forward. One thing is a little bit different. I don't normally appear on camera, but I figured for this one it'd be good to do. So today what we're gonna do, because the reason I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately is I've been very busy with a lot of different things. So for example, one of the biggest things is we recently, and the reason for this video mainly is for sort of a review of the Bambu Labs A1 3D printer. Again, I'm completely new to 3D printing, so it was something we sort of, I wouldn't say stumbled into, but it was something I'd been keeping an eye on, something I wanted to do for a while, and just weren't able to get into for one reason or another. So that's really the main point of today's video. So what we'll do is we'll kind of jump into that. Don't worry, this isn't going to become suddenly a, oh hey, every video we're doing is about 3D printing. No, definitely game action figure oriented, and definitely gonna give you some updates in regards to that. I have a bunch of stuff I need to unbox and to get those videos out there to you all so you can enjoy them. But again, I thought this would be a fun little diversion. And also, for those that are thinking of jumping into 3D printing, what are my thoughts? And what do you need to maybe watch out for? And, expectations, as it were. So we got the 3D printer, and I'll get some video of it going. You could probably hear it behind me. Well, you definitely should be able to see it behind me. But history. So wanted a 3D printer for a while. Thought it was really cool. The technology's come a long way from where it was. And a few months ago, my son, he's about 9, 10, and out of the blue, he came along and said, "Oh, Dad, I want a 3D printer for my birthday." And well, of course, I wanted one for a while, and but I just couldn't justify it. I said, I can't really justify the price, and he wanted one. He says, "What if what if we go in on it?" I said, "Okay." Great. He'd saved up a bunch of money from allowance and birthdays and Christmas, and he asked for money for his birthday, and so we went in on it, as it were. He probably covered about 30% of it, as it were, and I covered the rest. Sold off a bunch of action figure collection on eBay, and said, "All right, let's go. Let's do this thing." And before we got it, it was probably a month after his birthday that we finally picked it up. So did a bunch of research on, hey, what do we want? What are we looking for? Looked at a few different brands. And what turned me on to Bambu initially was we looked at a local school. We'd actually had a tour of a local school, very focused on STEM technology. And they showed us a room of the Bambu Labs printers that they had going. And I mean, there's just a room of these things going, doing all kinds of cool stuff. And that was sort of what got me going down the Bambu Labs rabbit hole. Okay. Now again, this isn't sponsored. We paid for all this out of pocket, just like everything else we do on this channel, not sponsored. But sponsors, if you're watching, wouldn't mind. So what we did again, a bunch of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and we settled on the Bambu Labs A1. Okay, Bambu Labs A1, good. A lot of folks are saying, well, it's a good entry-level printer. You can do a lot with it. And from what I'm learning, you can do a lot with it. What I'm thinking is maybe I never need to go up to the next level with a lot of the advances they're making in polymers and things, but I'll go there later. And so we settled on the A1. The A1 Mini looked cool, but we wanted to be able to do some bigger items. And if you could see it right now, we're printing this is not something we designed right now. A lot of free things out there. My son's largely used it to print toys. Of course, what would you expect? And what is this channel oriented towards? Toys. So right now he has a little glider that's printing. again, not my design. It's a glider, but it also has a little launcher for the glider. So he's printed the gliders before, and just hand throwing them, and then he found, ooh, Dad, you can get a launcher for it. So great. So that's what's printing right now. So it's been a lot of fun for that sort of thing. And as I mentioned, we settled on the A1, and as we were looking, I said, ooh, okay, well, it'd be nice to do more than one color at a time. So we noticed the AMS Lite, which allows it to do 4-color printing. And of course, if you buy it as a package, at first I was like, well, maybe we'll get that later. But of course, if you buy it as a package, it's about $100 cheaper. All right, we'll get that. And then I was looking at other items where if you want to print more detailed things, like maybe little figurines for gaming, things of that nature. Maybe you want a slightly smaller diameter nozzle. I'm not using the right terms here. Again, I've been in this for a month or two. And I want to see, was it the 0.0? It starts, I think it comes with a point, it's either a 0.4, no, it's got to be 0.04. So we went with also another head, a 0.02. And we also got a hardened steel standard size because we want to print some other materials where you need a hardened tip or nozzle for it. So we did that. So yes, we got the printer, we got the AMS Lite. We ordered 4 colors. Again, you get a discount when you order all of this stuff up front. So we did this. It arrived. I want to say it took, the filament was all here faster. All the accessories were here faster. But the printer and the AMS Lite, I want to say, showed up a week later. And it's coming from the West Coast. We're all the way over here in New Hampshire, as you can see. So it all arrived, and of course my son was bugging me daily. Dad, what is it? Has it shipped? Is it here? Where is it? I'm just as excited as you are, son. Checking the tracking every day. But it finally arrived, and all the videos I watched, oh, this thing's super easy out of the box. You'll set it up in 30 minutes. They're wrong, or lying, or underestimating. And not that it was difficult to set up. Don't take it that way. But as someone who's never set up a printer before, and I have a background in working with equipment and machinery and technology, but I'm also very technical, right? I want to make sure it comes out correctly. Okay, so very detailed. They say men don't follow directions. I had the instructions out. I was watching the videos. Okay, let's make sure we do this right. I don't want to screw this thing up. I want to make sure it works right out of the box. So let's make sure we do this. So all in all, it probably took us maybe an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 if I might be underestimating. So it might have taken us a full 2 hours to get all set up, everything you see here, before it printed its first thing. If you're into 3D printing, you'll know the Benchy, right? The little ship, that was the first thing we printed. It was like a little tugboat that doesn't float very well. So about 2 hours to set up. Very easy. Nothing you really had to do, other than as far as calibration or anything of that nature. So we set it all up. We let it run through its paces, and then we got off printing. And I'll say that has been the funnest thing. Ooh, is it done? No, it's not done. It's still going. So that's been the funnest thing about this. I've talked to other people that had printers that were certainly less expensive. They had other printers and they said, you know what? They would print occasionally, but they wouldn't print very often. It was a lot of, oh, well, I got to calibrate it. I got to do this. I got to do that. The great thing about this, it calibrates itself, does all its own little calibration, all its own tests at the very beginning. It probably takes 5-10 minutes at the beginning of every print, and it does its own diagnostic. It's all in the software, and then it prints. So I don't have to waste time with that. Also, I was actually talking to someone today that said, yeah, I tried printing some items, but they just didn't come out right because I had my calibration off. I didn't do it quite right. And if you're not a detail-oriented person, I could totally see that. So the great thing about this is just it works. It prints. If I'm on we've been out somewhere, and leave the thing on. We've been out somewhere and my son's like, "Oh, Dad, did you print that toy for me?" "Oh, no, I forgot." So, okay, print. All right, it'll be done when we get home. Awesome, absolutely awesome. I've downloaded stuff. I've designed some stuff. So it's also where I've been learning some of the different softwares. There's a lot of different softwares out there for designing. I, of course, jumped into the deep end with one of the name escapes me right now, with one of the more, and you'll probably see a flash on the screen, but one of the more technical CAD programs out there. A very steep learning curve. So I jumped into that for the things that I wanted to do because it's just how I am. So that's another thing that's taking up time. But again, the beauty is you design or you download online, you slice it, you set it all up in there. We're talking 5 minutes. You press print, sends it to the printer, as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi, which it is, of course. What isn't these days? And it does its thing. And then it sends me, pops up a little message on my phone. "Oh, your print's done," when it's done. I usually let them cool. I don't always pull it off right away, just because some of the things we printed are a little smaller and might warp. So overall, it's been a great experience. Loved having it. It's been a lot of fun, and also it's got the creative juices going. Where something I've been wanting to do in my gaming world, right? So there are things I see in the gaming world like, hey, how much cooler would it be if we had this little thing that make it a little more immersive, or this little thing to help me keep track. So a couple things I've designed that I'll put on the screen. I don't have them in my hand right now. As you know, play a lot of HeroClix. If you watch this page at all, a lot of HeroClix, and the game has they've tried to simplify, but also made it more complex. So there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. So I've designed some dashboards, as we call them. Designed some dashboards for the game to help you keep track of, okay, here's the character card, here's the item they're carrying, or the equipment they're equipped with, some rally die they may have, and here's their equipment card. And thanks to feedback from other folks out there on the HeroClix Makers Market and Facebook, made 3 different versions. So the full version, the compact, and the subcompact. Another game I play, Master Universe Battleground, which don't have a lot of videos up here yet, but Master Universe Battleground, lots of fun, but again, very card-oriented and token-oriented game. I said this game needs a dashboard as well to help keep track of this stuff, help keep it front and center. If you're like me, you need those things front and center, because if I got all these cards and stuff on the table, I'm losing my mind. Like, okay, I miss a lot of things. A lot of times, like, oh, I could have done this or I could have done that. So I designed a lot of dashboards and put them in the Etsy store. And actually, it was encouraging to see a lot of folks jump on them. And actually, I did get a few orders right away, and that's been great. I like it. There's more to come. Okay, so whether it's custom tokens or whatever it is, it's just been a lot of fun to get in there, create, design, and have other people enjoy that for the games you play. So all in all, been a great experience. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of the different things I've made. I'm going to make some videos for each one, and there's more up here coming soon, hopefully, as we find the time. But really just wanted to get in here, give you a quick, as we say, down and dirty review of the Bambu Labs A1 and our first impressions with it. And again, all I can say is it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to get in there and create and build and get those designs out there and see that other people are enjoying those. I just can't say enough about it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have one? Have you been thinking of getting one? Any questions you might have, happy to answer in the comments below. But all in all, it's been a positive experience if you can find the space. Another reason you haven't seen any reviews lately, this is where I was doing my reviews. So this is where I had a nice little spot set up, I was doing all my reviews here, and well, it needs like a 3x3 space. So there's one reason. But recently cleared off what you can't see, the other side of the bench here, which was covered with junk. built some shells, doing a bunch of stuff. So reviews coming. So stick around for those. Those are coming back. We'll be here for the reviews. But again, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful. If you need anything else, let me know. If you want to see some other videos on this thing, let me know. But great seeing you. And as always, see ya.